Welcome to this training called Course Creation Made Easy. This course is going to help you create an online course, and I'm going to answer the question as to why do you want to have an online course. I'm going to give you some facts and figures about an online course that I recently created. I'm going to show you how to come up with ideas, how to find content, what to do before you start, and then how to actually set up your course. So why an online course? Because it may seem like a lot of work, it may seem like an impossible task. An online course shows off your expertise. It can be something that is evergreen, which will allow you to sell this course to clients or potential clients for a very long time. And it will also give you real testimonials where people will actually tell you what they think of you and your course, which you can then use on your website. You could use it on your printed material. So let's look at some facts and figures. In one weekend, I was able to record, edit, and upload a course on my chosen platform, which was Udemy. In 3 weeks, I reached 1,300 students, and I will be explaining in a later video the marketing strategy behind that. Now, the course got an average review of 4.7 out of 5. I think that's pretty good, plus the testimonials are fantastic. And as I said, I can use them on my website or any printed material or anywhere else where I want to showcase what people think of me. How do you come up with topics for courses? Well, the first thing you need to think about is, what are you good at? What currently do you do that you do really well that you could make into a course? What are you doing now? As a coach, what do you do? What is your speciality? Focus in on that. But another key way to find hot topics is to ask yourself, what's going on around you right now? Do you find more people are unhappy? Do you find people who are coming to see you are going through midlife crisis? Do you find there's a lot of people that have addiction issues? Well, these are key topics that you can then use to build a course around. But how do you find content? Well, the first thing is you go to PLR.me. Then you do a keyword search for your actual content. You create collections, which will add all your content together in one place. And the last thing we're going to look at is how you can use content bundles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my screen and we're going to start researching your course. So here we are in PLR.me. And the first thing that I did was I typed in my keyword, which is mindfulness. Now, I decided on the topic of mindfulness because I do see so many people who are not living in the present moment. They're thinking about the future, they're thinking about the past, but they're not living in the present moment. So I think this is a very useful course. I think it's a very evergreen course. And it's certainly something that I know my tribe are looking for. I make sure that I select all types, and I typed in the word mindfulness and I did a search. Now I found 191 brandable coaching resources. What I would try to do is find 5 action guides, 5 checklists, 5 reports, 5 affirmations, and I would add these to a collection. So let me just show you how I'm going to add to a collection. I'm just going to open this up in a new tab. And here we have it open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this action guide here. I'm going to create a new collection and I'm going to call this mindfulness course. I click on create and then I add this to my mindfulness course, and I continue to do this with any of the action guides that I find of interest. I'm going to pause the video as I actually start to build up a collection. I've done a lot of research and I've added a lot of items to my mindfulness course collection. So if I go into my collections here, I'm just going to see what I have and how I can use this. As I search for items, I start to get a clearer picture of what I want to actually create and what I want to keep. I go into my mindfulness course. I have 21 items here, which is a good start. And I always take more items than I need because I may use this as additional resources. I may use this as an additional course. So what I've seen here is that perhaps mindfulness deals with finding your true passion. Not knowing what you want means that you're always thinking in the past or the future. So that could definitely be the basis of one set of lessons. Meditation also comes up quite a lot, so that would be another section that I could create, which would talk about how do you become more mindful by using meditation. Journaling is something that I'm particularly interested in, I find particularly useful. So I could use this article here to create a section called How to Journal to Be More Mindful. I have another article here, How to Quieten Your Wandering Mind. A checklist for daily motivation. Again, this could be used as a resource or as homework. And of course, reflections. Each day I meditate on positive thoughts. I find happiness through mindfulness. I found a number of reports, Discover Your Life Purpose. I might put that in to my actual course as well. What do I do when I get all of these resources? Well, the first thing I would do is I would make sure that I download them. I would start reading through them. Before I show you how to actually put all that content together, I want to show you the content bundles that are also available in PLR.me from the products menu, content bundles. And this is where the team in PLR.me have put together groups of content that are related and complement each other, and they've created something called a content bundle. So as you can see, there's a lot of bundles here, and I just want to quickly show you one of the bundles here of confidence, self-esteem and self-care bundle. This could be another course that I produce. There's 57 products and it's going to cost me 39 credits. Now, the advantage here of content bundles is not only is all the content prepared for you, not only do you download it as one zip file, but there's also special discounts on the bundles. So here you can see that you get 57 done for you brandable resources and there's a 35% discount. Down here you see what you get in the actual bundle, and then as you scroll down you can explore all of the products here. So you would download all of this in one zip file, unzip it, and you have all the content you need to create a course in confidence and self-esteem. Now what I want to show you is how I actually start to put the course together on paper. Now that you have your content, what I want to show you is a document that I use to start to outline my course. Now the first thing to tell you is that these outlines can change and develop organically as you get more creative, as ideas begin to flow. So then I come up with a course outline. Now this document may change by the time you get it regarding the design, but the basic idea here is you're going to try and get as much information as you can together, and you're going to add it to a collection. Then what you're going to do is you're going to organize the resources. A good course on Udemy or any other platform should be about 90 minutes to maybe 120 minutes in length. When I see a course that is 7 hours long, I think that's too much information. I'm not going to commit to 7 hours. When I see something that is 32 minutes long, I say that's a little bit short. They're not going to have enough information. So 90 minutes seems to be the best length because it's easy for you to create something and it's easy for your students to consume in 90 minutes. Now, the basic things that you have to think about is, who is this course for? So this course is for anybody who feels that they are not currently living in the moment. What will they learn? They will learn what mindfulness is. They will learn the techniques of calming their mind. And you give out the course objectives. What do you need to know before joining the course? This course is for everybody, and there are no special skills needed as long as you can operate a computer and you have an open mind. These headings here, the content will be subject to change as your course develops. Now this is the basic outline that I use. I use a section name. So a section is a collection of lessons, and it could be 2 lessons, it could be 5 lessons. You introduce this section, you say, what is this section about? So this section is about an introduction to mindfulness. What I'm going to be discussing is, and you tell people what they're going to learn. And then you put in a lecture name, a description of that particular lecture. You are going to then record a lecture introduction, and then you're going to have the lecture content. And I'm going to give you an example later on. And you repeat the above procedure for all sections within your course. This is, for example, what I might do, and this will be subject to change as they develop the course. But who's the course for? The course is for people who feel they're not living in the moment. What will they learn by the end? By the end of the course, students will have learned what mindfulness is, how it can help them in their life, how to be more mindful, how to let go of the past, how to stop worrying about the future. As I get more creative, this again can change, and I can go back and I can edit this. And this is the section name, what mindfulness is. So in this section, I introduce the students to the topic of mindfulness. The lecture name here is Understanding Mindfulness. The lecture description is a text description of what they will learn. The lecture introduction is going to be a video about 1 minute long to 2, telling them what they are going to learn in this lecture. This is the content of the lecture, which I'll turn it into a video. So as you can see, probably one of the key points here is you need to plan out your sections and you need to plan out your overall course. In the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you actually put this into Udemy. So your homework for today is find a topic, research it, create collections, or have a look at the content bundles and then begin to develop an outline for your course. So let's summarize what we learned here. The first thing we talked about was why have an online course? Then I told you some facts and figures. The important thing then is to decide on a topic, go to PLR.me and find the content, outline the structure, and then take action. In the next video, I'm going to show you a completed outline document and how I'm going to transfer that into Udemy to start building up a course.